Hello, everyone. This video is going to help walk you through creating the data table and graph for the assignment from the Unit 1 graphing notes. So we're going to start off with doing the data table. So you're going to want to leave a little space in the top for the table header, and then we're going to start here in the second row, and you're going to type in year. And then in the second column, in the B column here, you're going to type in number of people, and in parentheses in billions. Okay. So it should look like this. Now, if you notice, this doesn't fit within the bounds of the column. So we want to make sure all that fits. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here, and I'm going to click on the column. Maybe there we go. And you can either right click, and you want to go down to resize column. Okay, on your Chromebooks, you right click by tapping the touchpad with two fingers at the same time. So resize column. And you can either do enter a new column with yourself, or you can do this. This is usually easier. Just say fit to data. And then whatever your longest data is in there, it'll automatically fit to that. That's usually what I pick. So there you go. Okay. Now we're going to type in all the data from your chart that you should have in the notes. So you're going to start typing that in, and then I will come back when we finish getting all that typed in. Okay, so once you get all the data typed in, it should look something like this. Now, if you'll notice your data over here in the number of people, some of that stuff disappeared, like the zeros after the 0.5 and the 0.7 and the point zeros after the 1 and 2. So in order to get exactly what was on our chart, you need to go click on the cell, so like 0.5 cell, and then go up here to the top, and you need to find the button that's increase decimal places. We want to add a decimal place. So you click on that, okay, and that'll add it. And you want to do this for each one. So I'm going to do it for all three of those. So I'm highlighting all three and then just hitting it once, and that should do it for all three. Yep. Oh, well, it added 2 for this. So you can go back. If it adds 1 too many, you can go back and you can decrease it 1 if you want. Okay. And you do it with a 4 here, and with the 6 here at the bottom. Okay, so that looks good. Now, we also want our data tables to have the data organized, but also be aesthetically pleasing and kind of easy to follow. So we're going to make this look a little better. We're going to highlight all of this. I'm going to put a border around it. So you go up here to your borders, click on that. And then as you see, you've got a bunch of different choices. I'm going to do borders around all of it. So I click this one. Okay. Now I'm going to leave it highlighted because I also want to make it look a little neater. So I'm going to center all my data and my thing. So I'm going to go to my alignment here and pick the center one. Click on that, and that'll center everything, make it just look a little better. So now at this point, your data table should look kind of like this. Okay, I'm going to put a caption up here, or heading. But I want it to go across both columns, so I'm going to highlight both columns. And I'm going to go over here to this button, this merge cells. I'm going to put those two cells together and make them one. So you click that. And now if I click off it, you can see it's all one cell. So I click in there, and I type in the statistics on human population. Okay. And again, if I want it to look better, maybe I might center it. Something kind of like that. Okay, you can put a border on that too if you want. It's totally up to you. All right, so once you get this done, this is your data table. That's the data table part. Now we're going to continue going, and we're going to make a line graph with this. Now it's a line graph because it's got 2 sets of numerical data, and it's showing a change over time. It's showing a change in the population over time. Okay, now the program should do it for you, But if you think about it, we have our x-axis is going to be the independent variable, and the y-axis or vertical is the dependent. So does the year depend on the number of people, or does the number of people depend on the year? It would be the second one. So that means the year would be the independent going along the bottom, and the number of people is going to be the dependent going on the y-axis. Okay, now, like I said, ideally, our program does that for us. So we're going to highlight all the data, and including the column headers. We're going to go up to Insert, and we are going to insert a chart. Let's see what pops up here. All right, so it just took a little while on mine, but here we go. So as you can see, it looks good. We've got the year on the bottom, the years on the bottom, and the number of people in billions on the side. Exactly what we want. Okay, so we're not going to actually have to do a lot to add to this graph because it's already got these here. Okay, now we do want to change our title. So we're going to go to the setup over here into the chart editor. Now, again, if you lose this chart editor, somehow you close out of it on accident, okay, it's really easy to get back to. You just click on your chart, the 3 dot in the upper right corner here, click on that, and then you go to click on Edit Chart, and that chart editor will come back up. Okay. So we want to change our title, so we're going to go to Customize, make sure the Customize tab is chosen. We're going to go down to Chart and Axis Titles. Click on that little arrow there. Then we want the chart title to be chosen, so we're going to go here. We're going to delete this, and we're going to call this title this something appropriate. So like human population growth, something like that. Right? Now, again, if you want to make it look a little better, you can do things like down here, you can bold it, you could center it, whatever, however you want to make it look. Okay. Now, for this one, our axes are already labeled correctly. But if you need to label the axes to put a label down there, you go to here where it says chart title and hit this little arrow, and then you choose the appropriate axis, either the horizontal or the vertical. When you click on it, it'll change, and then whatever that is pops up. Okay. Or if there's nothing there, there'll be nothing in the box, and then you can add it. All right. So with this graph, this actually looks good. Like we don't really need to add anything else to it. Everything's there. It's titled. We're good to go. So that'll be the end.